Hello and welcome to my new map, I guess. Hasn't got a name. We'll unpause that. It's the nameless one at the moment, just known as a small map, which it isn't a small map. Coach decides to do an autosave now, as you can tell. The PDA hasn't been updated, it's work in progress, hence the reason that these fields here aren't actually fields. They've been painted out. Some of them have got the hedges around them. Most of them haven't, because obviously as I'm doing them, they are, some of them are changing shape and whatnot. There is a farm here. If you've been watching Easy Guy on Twitch, then you would have seen this farm. The PDA will be updated once all of the fields are done and I'm happy with everything else I've got in place. And then this piece of the island will suddenly appear, and that won't look like a field floating in the water. And the farm here will show. Anyway, I think I already set it up. I did. Different to what you have seen me do with the likes of Maypole, Riverview in lots of trees, more obscure views. Well, I went with the idea of keeping this one more open, so you can take in the landscape and enjoy it more. With thanks to Alien Jim for the use of the cuttable hedges, giving you the option to join and extend fields and a lot more options there. Like you could make all of this into one gigantic field. Or you might want to take it all the way up here and include these fields as well and remove the road from it. You know, the options are there for you to do. It's not like the road goes anywhere particularly of importance. And it would give you another route into the field and out if you did it. So there's a lot of options that you can do, and see what I mean by the hedges aren't there. But then up here, there are hedges. But work in progress up here. So you start off on this farm. Sawmill is just over the back here, with the bioheating plant, and your stone cutter, or stone crusher even, is right there. You've got your grain mill here, 3 grass fields and a barley field to get you started. You won't be starting off on this farm when it's in its final phase. This is just for testing purposes. Originally I had it that you started on this farm, hence the reason that this was the original farm and I built the map, not initially around, but I got into the map, and this was the starting farm at that point. But the farm that you will start off on, you won't start off with half of the equipment that you've got now, or anywhere near the amount of equipment that you've got now. But we will now turn that off and set it back to that. So currently we start off with 3 small tractors, John Deere, pink John Deere. Gamer Mom, call back to her. She wanted a pink Panther, and The Valtra is pink and it's called a Panther. And the New Holland and the Fendt. No medium or large tractors, although this is theoretically a large tractor, but hey ho, it's not really a tractor. Your harvester, a trailer, obviously the header, the cutter for the corn, stone picker, mulcher, cultivator, subsoiler, seeder, planter, roller, sprayer, fertilizer spreader, manure spreader, slow spreader, weeder, and then a roller for the grass care, mowers. Did I give butterfly? I didn't, did I? I gave a left, rear, and front, I believe. Yeah. Tedder, rake, forage wagon, baler, without the wrapper, animal mixing wagon, front loader equipment and implements, low loader, trailer, because I think this one's good enough for small time farming, header trailer, and a couple of weights, which were only 750. So, lots of equipment that you won't get in the final release or final version, because it's not in a release state at this time, in moment in time. Pink Panther. Yeah. Right. No, actually, we'll get some cows in first, because why not? And we will go with 20 of them. And yes, you saw that correctly, it can hold 2,000 cows. And you can place this one down as well, by the way, in your build menu. I've got mods in here. Animals, cows, right at the end there. So you got the one with the feeding robot, or the one without. And both will hold 2,000 cows each. Or you can get the pasture, which only holds 1,000, but you also have to provide water. Your choice. And with Graze mod, they will be fed in 43 minutes. No. 53 minutes. I'm tired, by the way. And we will get some Welsh sheep. We'll get a bit more than... Will you stop moving the mouse? Thank you. Can we? Keyboard for the win. Let's go with 60 by 60 of them. Excellent. And I haven't got Maize Plus on here, so I can't just go and do conditioned grass or fresh grass and feed the cows and get all the different feed types covered. But I do need straw for them, and I do need... Well, I don't need to worry about the grass for now. And if we advance time for the hour, we'll take note of no feed in there at the moment. We've got 35,000 litres of feed in there now. And the grass has been knocked back one stage thanks to the grazing mod. And the same with the sheep, have now got feed in their pen, or their troughs. 9,236 litres, and their grass has been knocked back a stage. But we need to harvest that field. So let's get to that, shall we? Of course. Thank you. I don't know why Every time I start this game, I don't have a centering spring. I have to come out of game and then back in. Not sure if it's a thing for everybody, but definitely it's that way, isn't it? Down into the field because we're standing there looking at it. We should theoretically data for this field, shouldn't we? Ignore that there's no grass around the field. Remember, work in progress. So our floating field, our grass field, our other grass field, and our other grass field. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't remove this from being owned. I made this that you owned it for farmer, easy guy even. And yeah, I don't want that money. I don't want that land. 2.8. So 2,831,000. I could sell it and then remove it with the dev mod. But I know what I will do is I will just remove it via the XML file. And just say that I don't own that land. Yeah. Swath dropping enabled. We do now. Because we did originally. Just... yeah. I don't know how to farm sim. I don't play the game very often. Literally. Not that you could tell. At all. Now, I'm not going to subject you to watching me harvest the whole of this field, and I'm not going to keep that up because I hate that menu. Helpful, yes. But, yeah. And... quite a big field. Could have made this 2 fields actually, but with the size of the pen there, I wanted it to have, you know, that you don't need to rush onto the mainland. You could quite happily work away on here. You could convert one of your grass fields into an arable field to grass to arable, and be more than happy. Included in the map is the Relight mod and Disturbed Simulations GEO for the UK, with the option to be able to grow sugarcane and cotton for those who love doing that. I don't know why, but even though it's a UK GEO, you won't get cotton grow on the map by AI. But I didn't want to make it so you are forced never to grow that. I wanted people to have the option to do it if they wish to. Just because we don't grow it in the UK doesn't mean that you shouldn't be able to, because after all, it is only a game. So, yeah. There's that. when I've got them fields sorted out, the hedges all done, and then the field boundaries in, and what kind of fields they're going to be, grass or arable, then I've got to run around and start doing the snow mask. You know, I don't like how that felt. That just didn't feel right, did it? That just definitely is not right. This needs smoothing out here. It's the reason why I wanted to do this field. So I could get a feel for it, come in with a plough or something, and see how well the field works. Even if it's sitting there watching hired helpers doing it, or cosplay doing it, as long as I'm in that tractor. Really, why am I stuck on the hedge behind? Maybe. I would get a feel for everything that's happening within the field. And I'd know where the ditches are and whatnot, as you do. Definitely will not be short for straw, will we? When cows are definitely going to, the straw will last a long time. I've got a cold coming, so I'm not exactly 100% yet. Our daughter came back with COVID the Thursday. Well, a sore throat and woke up with a sore throat on Friday and a headache. Just put it down as a cold at first, but went out and got some tests, and she tested positive on the Friday. She was negative on the Saturday. Sorry, she was positive. And it was like, oh great, here we go. Get this to the field. Hopefully you're all having fun on Farm Sim, regardless what map you're playing. After this map is out, I'm looking forward to just taking some me time and playing the game. But when this goes into testing, it'll go on our dedicated server, and we will all the testers that have got time and willing will jump on and we'll test it, and certain people that I trust will have the map to also play and test. Be on cam or off cam is entirely up to them. Just please don't put in the description in the comment section below. Can I test for you? Because I don't know you. The answer will be no. You know, I need to know people before I give them something. We got stuck there. I'm guessing there's an incline there then, or something. No, there's a ridge there maybe. So I'll just have to go over the whole of the field and smooth it out. That's fine. Not a big deal at all. Quite a steep hill, really. Doesn't look it, but it is quite steep. We found something else, and something else. What did we find here then? Or was it just the curvature of the land? Okay. Well, we now know for definite there's more work to be done in this area. That's fine. Originally I had asked, should I have it that the farms you don't own, you don't start with, they won't be there. In the other game difficulties, so no farms would be actually pre-built. But in easy or new farmer mode, the mode that we're currently in, you'd get all the farms would be there, and it's up to you how you want to play. I've decided I'm just going to stick with it how I've done it on Maypole and review all the farms are there regardless of your game difficulty, and then you choose, you've got the option then to go and choose which farm you want to start off on, and if your thing is go around the map and sell all the farms and make your millions so you can go and buy the big equipment, then that's up to you. But at the moment I'm swinging towards that way. Just keep it the way Maypole was set up. I'm going to do one more headland. So it'll be 3 headlands around this field. No particular reason, just easier to turn around at the bottom because how steep the hill is gives me that little bit more playroom from the hedge. You can absolutely roll through at the moment because I haven't turned the collisions on for the hedges. We've got collisions for bales, but not vehicles or people for that matter. I start working on this. Now we're struggling. 6 miles an hour. Down to 4 miles an hour. Hopefully it starts smoothing out a bit more now and we don't get that sudden jerkiness of the combine as it's two miles an hour. We were sliding there. I think it was after Maypole version 1 dropped on ModHub I began working on this. I think. Or not long after, in a way. Maybe after the first update. Version 1.1 went live. I began working on this. So 6-7 months ago, something like that. Yeah, are we full already? I just emptied you. Okay, fine. I wonder if it's... It's no texture below, isn't it? It's no seeded texture. I bet that's what the problem is with most of it. It's not... I need to update the field texture, the field texture to seeded. That's fine. Does help if you put the cutter down. Whoa. Sliding again. I haven't got any mods in that will affect the vehicle. I don't need any additional harder mods, you know. The like the realistic combine mod. I've experienced it on Hodge's server, and yeah, it's not for me. 2 miles an hour. No, thank you. I don't use speed mods so that you can get the jobs done quicker. I'm definitely not going to use one that makes them go even slower. I'm content with base game speeds, thank you. Even if they are considered too fast for realistic farming. It's a nice balance, perfect enough for what I need. We'll start going up and down from here. Should have done that back there, but fine. Give us that bit more turning room at the top end, doesn't it? I'm hoping with the update that came out for Maypole, that's squashed everybody's issues. I know in testing and for the people I've spoke to, so I do go into a lot of streams and talk to people on console and on PC and get feedback. They've had no problems. All the contracts work for them. If you are having problems, I would suggest looking at your mods before looking at the map. Once you've ruled out mods, then we can look at the map. But, 'cause, 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 I've had positive feedback, shall we say, from the people I've spoke with who are on a multitude of platforms. It'll be done by Christmas, I think. Be awesome, won't it? Finally get to go back to the farmhouse, or go to the farmhouse for the first time before Christmas Day, or on Christmas Day maybe, at this rate. Bearing in mind that the starting equipment that you've got was designed more for smaller fields than this kind of sized field. It'll be fine. Really struggling to go up this hill. I won't do anything to the field. I will just 1 mile an hour relay. I've got a realistic combine on now. I won't do anything to the field. I'll plow it if it's saying it needs it, and seed it, fertilize it, lime it, all the normal stuff. And next time I harvest it with a more natural terrain type, maybe this field will work in a completely different manner, and the smoothing that I think it needs right now won't be as bad. Come to think of it, the grass fields are going to be the same, because I'm pretty sure they're plough textures as well. Oh. I know the grass fields I'd put in the editor has been limed. Problem is they've got grass on them, and they still have a lime texture below. And in a test game, I advanced time, and the lime still stayed there. Weird. So yeah. You're meant to pull up the header, and then you make your turn, and then you put the header back down. But where's the fun in that? I'm not a real life farmer. Closest I get to a farm is in this game. Ugh, 1 mile an hour. Where's the turbo button in a combine? Other than lifting the header and turning it off. I know a lot of you would be going, well, you should go the other way. And then you're going with the hill rather than up and down the hill. I want to be awkward. One day I'll keep an eye on that. One day not being today, or maybe even the next time I play on this map. Or, yeah, it'll be a while. Hmm. Doesn't the Roselmash have the smallest tank out of these small combines? I think it does, doesn't it? Base game ones, there is not modded ones. Pretty sure it does. I think the New Holland has a bigger capacity than that thing, doesn't it? Check. Worth it. Hang on, what's on sale actually? Medium tractor. Oh, if I hadn't spent the money on the cows and the sheep, maybe. Deer? No. These are? No. Mulcher? Oh, no. Trees be gone. Okay. Very good. Parts of the pumps and hoses will come in handy at some point, but not right now. My combines. U5600 Roselmash. 4900. U70. You're a mod. In fact, you're a mod. So. $85. 93. Okay. Move this one out of the way. You just drop a bit of straw out there, it'll be fine. It's a high-tip trailer, isn't it, that we've got? Then again, now we've got a forage wagon, we can just pick up the straw with that. Yeah, we'll do that. And give it to the cows for bedding. I have to admit, might want to consider doing something a bit more at the bottom of this field. Maybe putting some trees in the bottom just to add a bit of a wind breakage. I know that's not a thing in the game, but in real life it is. And with this field being open to all the elements, I think this would probably be more of a grass field than anything else. Without trees and everything planted to help reduce the wind, the damage the wind could cause, and other elements. So I'll have to look into that. Fine. Which means that the island will get a little bit bigger. Not much, but a little bit. But at the same time, I don't want to take away from the complete view that you've got, even though it's kind of basically an ocean. But it's fine. Who doesn't like seeing blue on a morning? Better than seeing grey, rain, or snow, or both. Especially if you live in the UK, where last year we had 1 minute it'd be raining, next minute it'd be hailing, then it'd be snow, then it'd be sunny, then it'd be snowing, all in the same day. We had every season in one day. And we had that happen a few times. Yeah. Lucky us. Tell you what, it's not fun when you're out there and it's a nice day and you've got no coat and you're enjoying the heat, and all of a sudden it decides, oh yeah, I'll just throw hailstones at you now. That'll teach you for not going out with not taking a coat when you went out. And then not long after that he decides, yep, now I've battered you, I'll drench you. And then I will snow on you and make you very cold. So cold you'll wish that you did take a coat, if you hadn't already been wishing that you had anyway. And we only had 2 thunderstorms, funny enough, here anyway. That was definitely an interesting thing. Yeah, I know you're struggling to get up that little bit of the hill, but can we get up the hill without sliding, preferably? I've got a mod in, haven't I? But I don't see any indication that you can put 4-wheel drive on a combine. On this combine anyway. Oh yeah, I do. I see it now. I don't know how you put it on, but I see it. Another mod I don't really use. No, terrible. What have you got in your mods folder if you don't use it or don't know how to use it? Well, because it's a good mod. I just don't know how to use it. So, it's got its own built-in GPS, kind of early GPS that I don't use, as you can tell. Keep an eye on the bar, by the way. 89% full. I think I'll empty when I get to the bottom because I don't want to be coming back up and then have to pull out from the crop so I can empty. I said I wasn't going to subject you to this field, and I've subjected you to this field. That'll do. We'll go. No, you stop. Don't get rolling. Good boy. Go. Whatever. Can we get rid of horseplay though? Who says that's not a nice view? And we could buy some chickens, couldn't we? So what barley we've got off this field in silo, and then we've got more barley for them later on. There we go, lovely. Let's not tip over. That'd be a disaster. Well, it wouldn't be a disaster because, unlike real life, our grain doesn't fall out the cart. Stays very much in the trailer. Maybe a feature that will come in the next farm sim, huh? Spillage. But then they'd also have to fix their unload animation. Where is the silo for feeding the chickens? Down the back this side, is it? Yep. feed the chickens, or put feed into the chicken pen. Can't see the silo, so I have no idea where it is, but somewhere here, isn't it? Oh, it's all the way up there. Never mind. Hang on, is that this? Is that? Oh, is that the? It is. Okay. No, backwards. I want to reverse. Thank you. No, trigger. Okay. Back further. Really? We should be on top of that silo. We are. We ain't getting a trigger for you. Let's try tipping. Nope. I haven't done anything to these triggers, so I don't know why it's not allowing me to tip here. Oh, really? Find. Because that's not where you tip. You tip here. Uh-huh. Well, while you're doing that, we'll buy some chicken. Thank you. I still haven't fixed that one. Yep. And 2,000 chickens ain't much, is it? I want 300. They've got 18,500 litres in there so far. Oh, hang on, the animals are being fed again. Have you got more feed in there? 34,000 litres. That hasn't not been knocked back a stage. Good. So hopefully that will last them long enough to for it to grow back. I can't see 20 cows getting through that much grass. Oh, it was almost empty. Very good. Oh, no. No, we'll keep that down, thank you. Harvest that. Whoa, stop rolling, thank you. And we've been going almost an hour, almost 50 minutes actually. Tell you what, we'll get you going on there. We'll leave you there. We'll leave you there. Yeah, why not? We'll take you out. But presumably without the front arm and spike. We'll just drop the whole unit there. And then we'll get the we'll get this. Let's go and pick up some straw. See what we can go off the field. So it's currently coming up to 12:30. So it's currently the next day for me right now. Alright, put the bins out, yeah. I'll do it in a minute. Oh, crazy combine driver. Jeez. What was the rush? It's 10,000 litres already. Half full, almost. A little bit bumpy here, isn't it? Just a little bit. I'm not too bothered about missing bits. I'm not a perfectionist. Right, where's our combine? Well, stop here a sec. Let him give him a bit more room because how that driver spun around. Is it a he or a she? It's a he. It's the guy. Thinks he owns the field, how he drives that combine. No, you're not full. Let's see. Let's go and give them cows some straw, some bedding. 23,000 litres. More than enough. Sorry about that. That just suddenly jumped out of nowhere. One thing, while I've got a cold, I'm not really smoking as much. That's a good thing. Trigger. Oh, yep, okay. Very good. Let's open here the door so we can actually get out of here. Lovely. So save. Cows. Bedding. Almost full. That will need to be changed, won't it? Because what, 40,000 litres, 30,000 litres isn't definitely not going to be enough to sustain the 2,000 cows if you have that many. Food wise, yeah, we're ways off. the good news is any changes I make to the XML for this barn will be save game compatible. So I don't have to harvest this field again. You need emptying, of course. Hold up, your master. Be with you in like 2 minutes. Could have pulled off the field though. What have you missed this big chunk for? Who taught you how to harvest? I'm bad at harvesting and you made me look like a professional. Jeez. Thought that was impossible. When you could just fall asleep. It's kind of happening right now. So, you ain't gonna wait for me to get in. Of course you're not. That'd just be asking too much. Let's just line up, I think, for this one. And turn now. I'll let him get down to the end and then I'll turn him off, and I think then I'm going to call it because I want to get the bins out and then I want to go finish off my coffee and go to bed. My eyes are stinging, my head's pounding, my throat's starting to hurt, and I've done a test every day since Saturday and I've come back negative on all of them, but for a couple of days I felt like this now. Hey dude, guess what? You're fired. I'll line you up ready to go on the next time I come on. And if I come and do another video on this, by then this field will be harvested and be in the midst of probably putting lime down and getting ready to seed it. This is definitely a ditch here. You can see it from all the way over there. Yeah. Another one right there. Anyway, I want to thank you all for dropping in, having a look. Hope you like what you see so far, and if you do, hit the thumbs up. If you don't, hit the thumbs down. But until